It's about time! Super Metroid is one of the most acclaimed video games ever made, so why in the world did it take almost a year and a half for its soundtrack to get added to Nintendo Music? Whatever, I'm glad it's finally here, and I'm more than happy to talk about it. Super Metroid is the first game in the series to have Kenji Yamamoto working on the music, who would go on to either supervise or compose the music for every future Metroid game, except Other M and Federation Force. He's joined by Minako Hamano, who would also collaborate with him on Metroid Zero Mission, Prime 3, and Prime 4. So yeah, these two know how to make a Metroid soundtrack. So let's see what they gave us. The jump in sound quality from the NES to the SNES is immediately made apparent by the title theme, which takes the title theme from the original Metroid and makes it sound very dark and foreboding, letting the player know this isn't just another Nintendo game. After that, we get the theme of Super Metroid, which is so good that it effectively turned into the theme of the Metroid series itself. It's just the right combination of dark and heroic to fit the opening of this legendary adventure. The stillness theme from the first game returns, greatly enhanced by the upgraded sound hardware of the SNES. Instead of being just beeps, we get more computer-like noises backed by a low droning sound. Still more noise than music, but it's a lot more effective here. Brinstar's first theme is usually overshadowed by the first game's version, but this one's great in its own right. It's surprisingly upbeat and catchy for a Metroid song, but still utilizes the series' signature atmosphere very well. The mini-boss theme gets repetitive if you listen to it for a while, but the eerie ascending and descending piano notes make for an unsettling track as you fight some creepy alien creatures. Brinstar's second theme is the perfect example of a great atmospheric Metroid track. The synthesized chants, the low drone in the background, the soft instruments, they all combine together to make one of the most memorable songs in the entire series. Unfortunately, the regular boss theme is very short, and while the cacophonic instrumentation was definitely intentional, it doesn't make for a fun song to listen to outside of the game. Norfair's first theme is very minimalistic, but the low drums and chants really help sell the spookiness of these alien lava caves. Criteria's theme is labeled Theme of Samus Aran, Space Warrior, though the theme of Super Metroid has definitely displaced it in later games. But this one's a nice heroic sound fitting of our heroine, though the SNES horns could have sounded a little more high quality in my opinion. The Wrecked Ship's theme has a great sense of dread with the pounding drums, though again, it focuses far more on atmosphere than melody. Meridia's first theme is really eerie. Not many games try to capture how dark and spooky the deep sea is, but this one does it really well. Meridia's second theme isn't as haunting, but I've always been drawn to the droning beat and punchy chimes. Norfair's second theme is another classic, a booming track that captures the feeling of charging through enemy territory. It's no wonder this theme kept coming back in later games. It might just be my favorite song in the game. Ridley's boss theme, which he also shares with Dragon, is the most iconic song in Super Metroid alongside the main theme. It's easy to forget that it's only 30 seconds long, but those 30 seconds were good enough to become Ridley's theme in every future appearance. Torian's theme is weird. It's mostly a bunch of bubble sound effects with what sounds to me like belching frogs and plastic pipes being struck. Points for creativity, but it doesn't make for great music to me. Mother Brain's theme is incredibly menacing. It's far from the most musically complex final boss theme out there, but few are as overwhelming and pounding as this one, making her seem like a truly unstoppable force. And the ending theme is a great remix of the theme of Super Metroid, and is also responsible for people thinking this is Samus's theme thanks to Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The light chimes are a very nice touch, adding a lighter, more heroic touch to this classic theme. Super Metroid's soundtrack is iconic, no doubt about that. This is one of the earliest games to really go for atmosphere in its music, and succeed in doing so. Metroid 1 and 2 tried with a couple of their tracks, but the limitations of the NES and Game Boy held them back. Super Metroid had no such restraints, using the SNES to its advantage to make a soundtrack that fits the game perfectly. Actually, the game Super Metroid's music reminds me the most of is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Both games have largely atmospheric music that works wonderfully in-game, but isn't as enjoyable to listen to outside of the game in my opinion, outside of the more memorable melodic tracks like Brinstar and Norfair's themes. I'm ranking Super Metroid at 47th place, ahead of Donkey Kong Country 3, but behind Golden Sun. That might seem low to a lot of you, but again, the soundtrack is great for the game it's in. But I think Metroid Prime did a much better job balancing atmosphere and melody for me, which is why Prime ranks so much higher than Super. I'll see you next time for the next episode of Nintendo Music Weekly. Super Metroid was the last of the Why Wasn't This Here at Launch soundtracks, so now the floodgates are wide open for anything, and I'll be there no matter what we end up getting, so bring it on. Bye.